You are looking at a photo of something that really happened, and what you're looking at is not only mind-blowing, but has also been deemed by some as fake or photoshopped. But I can assure you this photo was not altered in any way. What you see is a real rainbow in the sky above some clouds. And yes, this can happen. This is called a fire rainbow, also known as a circumhorizontal arc. And we are going to explain exactly how it happens right here. So stick around. Now, as with most optical phenomena that appear in our skies, these awesome rainbows happen due to the refraction of light through tiny water droplets in our atmosphere. Of course, your run-of-the-mill rainbows are caused by light being reflected inside of water droplets, which is why they appear opposite to where the sun is in the sky. But a circumhorizontal arc is different because the sun is higher up in the sky than your average rainbow. In fact, it has to be almost directly overhead for this type of rainbow to occur. When it comes to rainbows, the angle between the light ray and the spherical water droplet determines what color of the spectrum you get. Red light rays bend the least when they enter a water droplet, while violet light rays bend the most. Because of this phenomenon, we always see red on the outside of a bow and violet on the inside. However, with a fire rainbow, since the light actually passes through the droplet, you end up getting the colors reversed. So violet appears on the outside of the bow and red appears on the inside. In order for a fire rainbow to form, the sun needs to be very high in the sky, ideally more than 78.5 degrees. At this angle, light rays from the sun pass parallel to the Earth's surface. When they hit a water droplet, the light refracts, then reflects off the back of the droplet before refracting again as it exits. Due to the shape of the water droplet, the light waves that exit at the same angle are red. If the angle of refraction is greater, you get yellow, then green, then blue, then violet. Since this only works when the sun is very high in the sky, that means that fire rainbows only appear during summer months, and only between the hours of roughly 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. You can also only see them if there are no clouds covering the sun. Now this is key. This photo was taken on July 13, 2014 at 1:24 p.m. The photographer, Mike Hamza, took this amazing picture while he was out flying his drone over Lake Ontario, near Toronto, Canada. Cirrocumulus clouds are the perfect height to allow for the formation of this optical phenomenon. They are also known as fire rainbows because the bright colors seem to literally burst into the sky like fireworks. These clouds are typically only about 1 kilometer in height and 100 meters across. Their small size makes them quite difficult to photograph, so seeing one in the sky is rare enough. But seeing one that also contains a fire rainbow is extremely rare. So how do they form? Well, these clouds form in cold upper-level portions of the troposphere. But unlike most clouds, cirrocumulus clouds don't form due to the rising of warm, moist air. Instead, they form due to strong wind shear and the presence of stable air. Here's how it works. Strong winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere move horizontally much faster than the air close to the Earth's surface. As a result, the air in the middle experiences a lot of shear or stress due to the stable nature of the atmosphere. However, the air cannot mix, causing it to form into rolls or waves. Then the sun comes along and lights up these wave formations, which can sometimes look like giant ripples in the sky. As you may have noticed, cirrocumulus clouds are often referred to as mappiness clouds. This is due to their somewhat wave-like appearance. In fact, the word mappiness itself refers to a wavy bending of a fluid surface. While mappiness clouds can appear alone, they can also be a precursor to larger storms. Some pilots believe that if you see mappiness clouds on the left side of an aircraft, rain is on the way. If you see them on the right side, however, it's fair weather all the way ahead. What's happening here is that the mappiness clouds are appearing due to an inversion, meaning that there is warmer air below and cooler air above. Warm air rises and cool air sinks. So, if the above condition is true, then it would mean that there is some sort of block in place that is preventing the warm air from rising. This is often associated with fronts and other storm systems. But now, let's get back to our amazing photo. When we look at this image, we can see the cloud formations known as macro sky. We can also see that the sun is very high in the sky, which allowed for the formation of the rainbow. And what's interesting here is that the reason we can see such a vivid display of colors is because of pollution. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pollution is the culprit here. It may sound strange. That pollution would actually cause the formation of a beautiful natural phenomenon, but it's true. Most rainbows require clean and pure water droplets in order to form. But fire rainbows don't care. They form no matter what's in the water droplets. On top of that, the aerosols produced by pollution actually enhance the fire rainbow effect by providing more particles for the light to scatter off of. This may not be the best thing for our lungs, but it is great for photographers. In 2012, London had some of the worst air quality of any city in the world. But that didn't stop one photographer from snapping a fantastic shot of a fire rainbow. In this image, we can see the dark smoke in the background coming from vehicles and factories. But those pollutants didn't stop this fire rainbow from forming. In fact, they may have enhanced it. Another example occurred in New York City in 2016. A massive fire in the Hunts Point neighborhood created some seriously polluted air. But that didn't stop one person from taking this epic picture of a fire rainbow that appeared above the smoke. Sometimes the air pollution is less obvious. For example, in 2013, a fire rainbow appeared in the sky above Disneyland in California. While we cannot see the smoke in this image, it's safe to say that a major city like LA has some amount of pollution in the air. And without it, we wouldn't have seen this beautiful spectacle. The same thing goes for this fire rainbow that appeared above Sydney Harbor in Australia in 2016. There's no doubt that a major city like Sydney has a good amount of pollutants in the air, and those pollutants are likely the reason we were able to see this amazing rainbow. Now, we want to know if you have ever seen a fire rainbow. If you have, tell us about it in the comments. Also, feel free to let us know your thoughts on pollution causing a natural phenomenon like this. Is it worth it to have dirtier air in order to get a better chance of seeing a fire rainbow? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to see more videos of ours, just click that thing right there. And if you want to help out the channel, you can do that too. Just click that other thing. But regardless, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.